These seven guys all had the same problem that you probably do. They couldn't stick to a plan. Work, family, and social events. Life just kept getting in the way. But in just 90 days, we built a system that made fat loss almost automatic for them. And today, I'm showing you exactly what we did step by step. That way, you can finally get those results that you're chasing. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Instead of me showing you all seven stories, that's gonna probably take like over an hour. I'm gonna break down the three most common struggles that these seven men had, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how they overcame them. Now, these weren't fitness models. These are busy professionals working over 8 hours a day, skipping workouts, resorting to drive-through lunches, and just feeling stuck overall. Sound familiar? If they can do it, I promise you that you can. So let's jump into it. And by the end of this video, you're gonna know exactly what to do and how to execute it. Problem number one was having an inconsistent routine. Now, six of the seven guys actually struggle with this. And what I mean by inconsistent routine is they had zero consistency. So some weeks, like they absolutely crush it. So they hit their 4 workouts per week, they're tracking their calories, they're hitting their protein, but then some weeks it goes completely off the rails. So like zero workouts, not tracking, really slipping up on the weekends, and maybe that sounds familiar for you. So like, what do we do then to really help change, some of the problems that they face with that? The number one thing that we did that was the turning point for them was having an accountability in a check-in system. So when they teamed up with us, we essentially had 3 check-ins a week, 1 group call, and then 2 check-ins. And that way we're having actually a consistent routine where we're not killing it some weeks, but then completely fall off the map some weeks. So your big takeaway here is if you really want to get over that struggle of doing good for a week, doing bad, and kind of doing that same routine over the course of weeks, months, and years, you want to have some sort of accountability, a coach, a partner, a friend that's going to keep you accountable, because the more accountability you have, the better chance you're going to have of succeeding. And I can tell you this was the number one thing that moved the needle, as 6 of these 7 guys struggle with that routine. But once we had that accountability, it changed everything for them. Problem number 2, weekend overeating. So 5 to 7 guys actually really struggled with this. So what I mean by that is they used to crush like Monday through Friday-ish in terms of getting their workouts in, their nutrition, but then 1 or 2 bad days on the weekend completely screwed them up, right? So like eating nachos, a lot of beers, lots of burgers, you name it, will completely derail the progress that they made over the course of the week. But here's what we did, and here's what we call our weekend warrior method. Because I don't know about you, I don't want to eat chicken and broccoli 24/7 to get lean. We want to make sure you still have your favorite foods and still lose fat in a very structured and simple system. So a real life example of Matt right here. Like Matt used to have about 2,000 calories, give or take, Monday through Friday, and then 1 or 2 bad days on the weekend, like you kind of go overboard, like not really tracking, just lots of food, lots of beer, and it really kind of stalled his progress the first little while. But what we did was we kept Sunday through Friday, we just lowered his calories by a little bit. So instead of having 2,000 calories, we had 1,800 calories. So just a little bit, 200 every single day. And then we use those calories and we put them all on a Saturday. That way you can have that one higher calorie day without feeling restricted. Because as long as you don't go over your calories over the course of 7 days on average, that's all that matters, guys. And I think a lot of people don't understand that. So what we really did to make them master this method was we taught them how they can still eat their favorite foods with having a higher calorie day. We taught them to front load the protein, and we taught them essentially not to live like a boring bodybuilder and eat the same things day after day after day. Now, if you want to know how to set this up for yourself, I put the Weekend Warrior method in the comments below. Download it for free, and it'll tell you exactly what to do, how many calories you need, and how much protein you need as well. Problem number 3, focus on eating healthy, but not eating right. Now, 5 to 7 guys thought they were eating healthy, but they actually weren't eating the right way. So what I mean by that is they're choosing foods that are quote unquote healthy, like salads, wraps, shakes, like you name it, but they basically had no idea how many calories were in those foods or how much protein they're having. Because a lot of healthy foods have a lot more calories than you think, like your nuts, your peanut butter, your almonds, your avocados. So if we eat these healthy foods, it's essentially a guess if we don't know, again, how many calories we're taking in or how much protein we're taking in. So what we did with these guys was we want to quantify things. And the main thing, we teach really 2 things, but for the most part, these guys chose this method. We quantified how many calories they should be taking in and how much protein you're taking in. Because if you're just focused on eating healthy, maybe you said that before, like, I'm trying to lose fat, I'm eating healthier, but you really have no idea how many calories or protein you're taking in. Well, it's essentially a guess. So what you want to do is make sure you focus on the calories and protein. That way we're not guessing and you lose fat in a simple, structured approach without any guesswork. Here's the main lesson. You don't need a perfect plan. You need the right systems and the right people to hold you accountable, because most of these guys didn't succeed because they're working harder and better than everyone. They succeeded because they had the right systems and the right coaches to tell them when to make changes when needed. So if you're watching this thinking like, I need that kind of simple structure myself, I got great news for you. We're opening up our 90-day Fit Fusion Brotherhood Challenge, where we're going to teach you how to lose the gut in 90 days or less without any BS diets, long workouts, or cardio. So if you feel you have what it takes and you're ready to change your life with no BS approaches, check the link in the comments below and even the description below. Fill it out and I will personally get back to you and I'll tell you exactly how you're going to dominate the next 90 days. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day and thanks for watching.